Hello there, everybody. How are you doing today? I am a little bit tired and I have yet to go to work today. Um, my name is Tony. I am the host here on Trucking Topics Today. And I wanted to go live real quick because I honestly didn't have time to um, do the video, so to speak, and then go in and edit it and so forth. It wouldn't be for a couple of days. And I wanted to get this news out to you guys that I just came across today. Somehow I've missed it, keeping up with Amazon like I do. But I'm going to fill you on a little bit of story I found today that I think is pretty important for those of you who are looking to drive for Amazon or are already driving there. But hey, first, if this is your first time here with us, welcome, first of all. And will you all let me know if you can hear me? Hey, Malcolm, I see you're here with me. Uh, Let me know if you guys can hear me okay with the new audio setup and so forth, if I sound all right. Um, but if this is your first time here, welcome. And if you would like to find a very inexpensive way of supporting the channel, it's actually free. If you like everything trucking, you're in the right place right now. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You'll be supporting us. We do appreciate that. And towards the end, or at any time you feel like, if you find this video helpful, we would love a thumbs up on it. Malcolm, thank you for getting back with me on that. And by the way, guys, if you want to ask me any questions, I don't expect I'm going to be on too long, but if you have any questions at all, anything in trucking, it doesn't have to be necessarily just Amazon. Go ahead and put them in the comments and we'll see if I can get to them, okay? If I don't, I will follow up with another video. One last thing before I get started on this article is that if you guys want to be a Trucking Topics VIP, you can go to TruckingTopicsVIP.com, and that site will tell you exactly what's involved when you do that and the benefits that you receive. So, along with that, I think that's all the announcements I'm going to have for you right now. Let me talk to you guys a little bit since I see more people are in. I appreciate the thumbs up there. They're coming in. As I said, I was browsing around for some Amazon news, actually trucking news, and I came across this article. I'm going to read the article now. Guys, tell me what you think about it in the comments, or you can email me if you'd like. My email address is truckingtopicstoday@gmail.com. Let me read you what I found today. It's titled, Amazon is Scrambling to Find Truck Drivers and Now Forced to Turn to the Big Trucking Firms It Has Previously Shunned. Well, it hasn't shunned all big trucking companies, because I see a lot of JB Hunt out there pulling the relay loads, not relay, excuse me, their dedicated loads in the Amazon vans, right? But let me read this to you. Amazon is asking major trucking companies for help moving loads as their in-house trucking network. This is an about face for a company who depended on small trucking businesses or individual truck drivers for capacity. So I don't know if they're saying that there are not enough of us individual truck drivers out there pulling their loads, or if they're going to just start going more towards the large companies and maybe phasing some of the us smaller guys out. I'm not quite sure how to read that part. The sudden boom in trucking rates has galvanized many of Amazon's truck drivers who are not directly employed by the company to move loads for other customers. So what they're saying is that we're being taken away from Amazon loads and going elsewhere to find our loads. An Amazon spokesman told Business Insider, by the way, this article does come from Business Insider. They can be found at businessinsider.com if you want to reference the article. An Amazon spokesman told Business Insider works with that Amazon works with small, medium-sized, and large trucking companies. Josh Richards, a truck driver based in Arizona, hauls Amazon loads from time to time. But in the past few months, Richards hasn't been working for the Seattle-based mega retailer. Trucking rates have boomed this summer. The last week of August, research from Cohen saw retailers and manufacturers paying 29% more on average in the spot market, where trucking loads are tendered on demand rather than through a contract. And if you guys didn't know, that's pretty much what Amazon's relay board is a on-demand spot market. I think that a lot of those loads may come from their dedicated market. And there was a question today that I had about that. Let me just answer that question real quick. We'll get right back to the article. Someone asked me if it was true that they needed 3 trucks to pull for Amazon. And the answer is yes and no. So if you want to pull relay loads, basically their spot market, 1 truck is all you need. If you want to pull for their dedicated division and their dedicated loads, then yes, you need to have a minimum of 3 trucks in your fleet in order to bid on those dedicated lanes. But here we're pretty much, I think we're talking more about maybe their relay operation here. I'm just taking a look at what has come up. All right, some of these questions, yes, I'll get to those, okay? All right. Richards told Business Insider that he's been scoring loads with unusually high pay rates, like $6 a mile for a dry van load. And I've actually seen those out there. And from his experience, Amazon hasn't kept up with the uptick in pay. And any of you who are pulling Amazon loads right now know that. And I have mentioned that quite a bit in my past videos to you guys. Amazon's rapidly expanding transportation network depends on drivers like Richards, whose company has only 4 trucks. But in recent weeks, some of these small business owners, called owner-operators, yeah, that's what we're called, are choosing to go into the spot market rather than continue to work for Amazon. The spot market's doing great right now. Amazon is asking the biggest truckers in America for help. That means Amazon has had to look elsewhere for partners in delivering your orders. Executives at 3 large public trucking companies told Business Insider that Amazon has significantly increased their demand for truck capacity in recent weeks. And that, that's only going to get more so as we get into Q4, right? They do want to know, and let me put up another card here. They do want to know that if you, let's see, I didn't want that there, but it looks like I'm going to have a problem with that. So let me go back here and since I can't fix that right now, well, I could, but it would take your time. They want to know, Business Insider wants to hear from you if you're actually pulling Amazon loads. So if you can, and I tell you what, I'll put this in the description after we're done here, but they want an email from you. I guess they want to ask you some questions. I don't know if it's for a future article or what, but they say, do you work for Amazon as a truck driver? And if you do, email rpremac@businessinsider.com. rpremac, M-A-C-K, at businessinsider.com. And see what kind of questions they have for you. It might be interesting, right? An Amazon spokesperson said the company works with a variety of types of trucking companies, including owner-operators, small and medium-sized trucking companies, and larger firms. We work with many small and medium-sized line haul service providers in our transportation network, the majority of which provide dedicated capacity for our network needs and have long utilized them to carry loads for Amazon, an Amazon spokesperson told Business Insider. We also balance remaining capacity needs within our network by offering carriers of all sizes different contract options so that we can serve Amazon demand while providing carriers with work to drive their business growth, the spokeswoman said. Amazon is asking these large public trucking companies for remarkably more trucking services and is also offering prices that are unusually high for them, the executive said. Freight volumes are at record levels, and just like everyone else, they are seeking capacity, Richard said. Retailers like Amazon are looking to replenish inventory that was drained earlier in the coronavirus crisis, with overseas manufacturing and cross-ocean shipping coming to a standstill. These companies are also preparing for a holiday shopping season that may start as early as October, and it definitely will from everything we're seeing in on the retail side. I also have another business where I resell, and of course, with people buying online, not being able to go physically shopping, that has been a pretty good boom for not only us but others in the retail industry. On with the article. They need inventory all at once, and that is what creates such a big capacity crunch. The trucking industry had a slow period for a while, then all of a sudden, boom. Several large trucking companies have been burned by having Amazon as a customer, as the retailer does more of its own transportation. As you know, getting off the article for just a minute, that Amazon is trying to pull their own loads with their own trucks. If you've seen them out there, the big semi trucks. I've seen some here in California. I think I've seen 2 or 3 operating up in Northern California, but I think that they started this out on the East Coast, where they really brought in a lot of their own trucks. And they may be finding that it's kind of hard to run their own trucking company too, but that is something that they have if you haven't seen those big trucks yet. Last year, for instance, trucking giant XPO Logistics had to slash $600 million in expected revenue after Amazon suddenly transitioned to using in-house trucking services. Yeah, they did burn some companies. Amazon has 13,000 truck drivers in its line haul service network, up from 3,700 in 2018, according to a 2020 report from Amazon. So 13,000, I mean, they're getting up there. This network, in which packages are moved between its air hubs and fulfillment centers, differs from Amazon's last mile delivery service, where drivers deliver packages to customers' homes. And by the way, that's called Amazon's DSP service, and Amazon does not actually deliver those packages. So I do have a video on DSP. I believe it's Delivery Service Partner Program. And what that is individuals like you or me or whatever who wants to start a business delivering packages for Amazon. So those are the Amazon vans, the little sprinters and everything that you see running around. Those are the last mile delivery logistics, but they're not owned by Amazon. Amazon hires you as a DSP. You put up the capital. Amazon does help in some ways, but you put up the capital, and you have a business of delivering Amazon packages. It's a tough business. The money can be good, but it's very tough to get up off the ground. Okay. Most big box retailers, and that's funny because my retail company name is Big Box Enterprises. Most big box retailers are likely feeling the pressure of today's trucking market, Roberson said. But Amazon is one of the few that will have to upend its transportation strategy. Amazon's network of trucks, trains, boats, and planes has mushroomed in recent years, as CEO Jeff Bezos aims not only to have his company deliver all of your Prime packages, but include non-Amazon parcels in its network as well. Is that really a surprise to anybody? Taking over the world, right? They'll be taking over USPS before we know it. But instead of asking trucking companies to move these packages across the U.S., Amazon has built an in-house network of truck drivers who can pick up loads on a freelance basis. Most of the truck drivers helming Amazon's branded tractors and trailers are matched to Amazon's loads through the company's proprietary truck brokerage app, Amazon Relay. And they are mostly owner-operators, sources said. I would expect, mostly, if not all. Other large retailers directly employ their own truck drivers or have ongoing partnerships with large public trucking companies. That's easy for me to say. Walmart, for instance, employs around 9,000 of its own drivers, whose annual starting salary is unusually high at $90,000. You know, you guys, I've always wanted to be a Walmart driver. I tell you what, I mean, to have a set schedule and be paid for everything I do, including sleeping in my bunk. Yeah, that's one job I've always wanted to have, but not anymore. It also has a long-time partnership with Schneider, which is the fifth largest trucking company in the U.S. Amazon's preference for small trucking companies or individual owner-operators gives the network more flexibility. That's key for a company that's regularly opening new fulfillment centers and needs a labor pool with the ability to quickly shift to new lanes. Owner-operators may be cheaper for Amazon too. Robertson and Richards both said Amazon tends to pay these drivers less. Yep. That trend emerges when looking at Amazon's new brokerage platform, where drivers are connected to non-Amazon freight loads. Truck drivers told Business Insider last year that they were hesitant to work with Amazon's new brokerage platform because of the pay. According to a 2019 report from FreightWaves, Amazon's rates in the spot market are on average, wow, 18.4% lower than rates posted on DAT, one of the largest broker boards in the country. It's going to be a lot of competition for that capacity going forward, Robertson said. Amazon is just going to have to be like all the others and have that blank check ready. Well, that's the article. I mean, this is why recently I have been talking a little bit more about other options for you guys than Amazon. I was really playing them up when I was running for them a lot in the beginning. 2 years ago, I made decent money, but then I started seeing the trend with the lower rates and so forth going on, and I just it's hard for me to recommend them. I will always say that they're good to have in your back pocket. I will always say that. Their operation, I like it in that on your round trips, you're loaded one way and you're empty coming back. So you're saving on fuel. Their loads are typically light. I don't think I ever got into 30,000 pound load. I think I was mostly in the high teens and low 20s on their loads. But I wouldn't say work for them full time. There's a lot of you guys out there that want to go get your own truck or already do, and you want to sign on with Amazon. And hey, and that's great, man. Have them in your back pocket, but I wouldn't do it full time. I've been talking about Convoy a lot recently, and they're coming out with some great programs. They have some great programs. I've run loads for them. I'll have a few more videos coming out for them too. But I wouldn't say run for them full time either unless it fits into your business model. I mean, it's smart for you guys in your business to have all these people in your back pocket. So there were three places where I got my loads from, but it was because I'm in the southwest of the United States. Okay, I loved running California, Arizona, Nevada, and Utah. That was great for Amazon loads. It really was. It was also very good for Convoy loads. It was kind of doo-doo for like Uber freight loads. So, but I did have another account, out of Salt Lake City, Sharp Transportation. We'd pull their trailers, mostly reefer. I think all of them were reefer. But between Sharp and Amazon and Convoy, man, I stayed busier than I would ever need. But I had them in my back pocket. Okay, guys. So when you're out there, and if you're a new owner operator, don't put all your eggs in one basket, because you're going to find yourself having some downtime if you can't get out of anywhere. You get over to Denver, and there's nothing for Amazon there, and you're not hooked up with anybody else. Have Convoy, have Uber, have CH Robinson, be signed up with DAT. Have all these people in your back pockets. So I would never say have Amazon as your only source of income unless you have one of their dedicated accounts. I understand. I'm not going to talk too much because I don't know. I don't like talking what I don't know about. But I have heard that their dedicated pays a lot better, and of course, you always know where your trucks are going to be on any given day, right? I do know that some of those canceled loads from the dedicated board come over to the relay board because it's a spot market, right? Like if an owner, for some reason, he has a truck breakdown or something, he can't cover a run, they'll come over to the relay board. So I don't know, man. Tell me what you guys think about this. If you're interested in talking with Business Insider again, and I'm sorry, let me just try to pull that up one more time, but I don't think it's gonna work. Yeah, see it. I did something wrong there. So that actually says what was that? Pardon me. Boy, I look like a dumbass. RPRE Mac at businessinsider.com. Go ahead and email them, and they will, I guess, ask you some questions for a future article. Ask you what you think about Amazon and so forth. Anyway, I found that very interesting. I wonder if they'll bring in like the Swifts. What do you think? I mean, it sounds like they're getting pretty hard up for trucks, right? I mean, how far will they go? I know they have JB Hunt in there quite a bit right now, and I think I've seen some Schneider pulling, but I wonder really how far they'll go with that. Anyway, I'm gonna take a look at your comments right now, see if I can answer a few questions before I have to bounce out. I see Curtis Smith here. Thank you. Malcolm, thank you that you could hear me. Ken, that you could hear me. Thank you. Okay, Ken, wash hands. Okay, John. Some of these names I'm not going to try to pronounce, okay? But John, does relay really pay as well as people are saying? So, okay, right now rates are up, right? But like this article said, if you compare a run from, let's just say Salt Lake City to Southern California on the relay board, and then compare like a run off the DAT board or a run from Convoy or something, they're saying that Amazon's rates could be 18% lower. I do not know that for sure. I have heard that the relay rates are up. And if they're up from when I was pulling them, then yeah, then that's good news. Does anybody else here who's actually pulling for relay right now know the answer to that? I mean, are they really up right now? I can't imagine, John, that they would be down too far with all the other rates going on. And they've already said in the article here that they're basically losing the small guy, the small owner operator, to other platforms because of their pay. And like the very last sentence in the article said, they're going to have to start opening up their checkbook, right? Bezos is going to have to start letting go of a little bit of money. Malcolm, how can I get a contractor with Amazon? How can I get a contractor with Amazon? I had my own truck and I have my ALITs with all of my endorsements. How can I get a contractor with Amazon? Okay, Malcolm, are you saying that you want to sign on with Amazon? If you want to sign on with Amazon, go to relaypartner.com. Relaypartner.com will answer all of your questions there. Let me know if that did not answer your question, okay? Okay, 3,000 down, 18 to 1,900 insurance. This is from Burdell Bird. 3,000 down, 18 to 1,900 insurance quote out of Michigan. Okay, well, if you're talking about insurance for your truck, Mine was uh, itching right there. Sorry about that. Mine was about 28, 2,900 down. What was I a month? 1,400, 14, 1,500. So it's close. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty close. Um, does Amazon do the blocks out all year round? I don't know what you mean by that. AAA direct service. Um, does Amazon do the blocks out all year round? Rephrase that, bud, so I can answer it for you, okay? Ken, Amazon does not own any of the trucks, also part of DSP. Amazon does not own any of the trucks. That's correct. If you're talking about the DSP, Ken, yeah, they don't own those trucks. They are owned by entrepreneurs like you and I, right? We're owner operators. We own our own business. That is just another uh, where Amazon is farming it out, so to speak. Okay, so that's me saying, okay, I want to be a DSP in Southern California somewhere, and I've got $25,000 because you don't need very much to become a DSP, and so let's get started. And then Amazon helps you buy the trucks and so forth. So no, you are correct. The DSP has really nothing to do with Amazon. Amazon is hiring you as an independent contractor, which is really weird because that even though you have branded trucks, there's been a lot of DSPs saying, well, what prevents me from going and delivering packages for FedEx or something? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a very interesting business model. Um, Hello there, Big Billy. He says there's definitely a lot less loads with the contracts starting up, at least here in the Northeast. Hmm. Okay. And that's where Amazon's really busy. Is there a lot of loads out of San Diego, California? Okay, Bobby, I would have to say not enough to, if you're looking for local work for Amazon, um, I'm pretty sure you could probably get out of there and maybe back with something in a day. I do know that the San Bernardino area, that part of LA, San Bernardino County, LA County, uh, there's loads there all the time and going every which way, and even loads that go 20 miles away to another Amazon fulfillment center. Um, but I don't remember a whole lot of stuff out of San Diego or going to, but it was there. Okay. But if you can come a little bit north, maybe even to Moreno Valley. Okay. Can you get to Moreno Valley? That that's where it really starts picking up, is right there in Moreno Valley. Okay. Trucker Style Sean. What's up, man? Yeah. Hey, man, I'm tired today. I still have to go to work. Wow. Yeah, it's been a long one. You be safe out there, bud. AAA Direct. It's a deal where they lease your truck for 7 days at a time for X amount. Oh, you're talking about the. Okay, yeah, we're following up on the do the blocks. Um, I don't recall seeing any of that. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna be honest and tell you I don't know. And if they did do that, maybe it was a regional thing because, like I said, mostly worked West Coast, and I did not see um, that option over here. So, uh, yeah, not sure. I just saw this little feature here. Let me take this down. As you guys can see, I'm still trying to get used to uh, my new software, and I just saw that I can do this. See, that's pretty cool. Is there loads for box trucks in Illinois? Or Illinois. Is it Illinois or is it Illinois? I like to say Illinois. Um, I, I, I'm sure there is, and I'm thinking probably it's going to be in your Chicago area. I don't think it's going to go. I don't think you're going to have a whole lot to go south or west. Um, but yeah, Chicago's your best bet for that, bud. Um, okay, so Bobby, typically yes, um, and honestly, a lot of times it's been my experience when I get like a $5 a mile Amazon load that it's a one way load and it is hard to get out of that particular area. So they're kind of paying me to get it there and maybe have to wait a day or so to get it out. But um, the shorter stuff, I, I mean, it's such a hard question to answer because I don't want to sit here and tell you, hey, yeah, man, it pays a lot better. Take the short stuff. But does it really? Because what do you have after? And do you have to wait a day? Or can you get something within a couple hours? If you can get something within a couple hours, a half a day, yeah, man, take that $5 a mile load, right? But if you're going to sit a day, have to wait for something else, all of a sudden that $5 is turning into about $2 or something. Got me? That's how I look at it. So you can see I'm having fun with the buttons now, right? Okay, so yes, yes. They Moreno Valley has a hard time with empties, and there was one other location. Where was it? It was one of the Vegas locations. Really had a hard time with empties. Um, they do need to work on their trailer inventory a bit more. Okay, so Cosme, thank you. This makes sense to me now. This is why I never saw it on the relay board. So this has to do with the dedicated board because on the dedicated board you need 3 trucks or more. So I don't know anything about the dedicated board because I only had the one truck, and so I never, had the opportunity to bid on a lane or on a dedicated route. So it looks to me like what you're saying there is that's off of the dedicated. So um, trucker style, Sean. I'm trying to think if do you have a YouTube channel, trucker style, Sean? Your name sounds awful familiar, bud. I'm just curious. But hey, but that's running multiple trucks in your own business, right? It's a good thing that you are available to take that load today. So, um, how can I get a contract with Amazon? So, Demira, what it you have to decide: are you going to work for Relay or are you going to have a fleet of 3 trucks to get a contract? So, just in case I might be misunderstanding you, or you might need some clarification about how Amazon works. You can go work for Relay with 1 truck. You do not need a trailer, although it's okay if you have one. With a contract for dedicated routes, you need 3 trucks, and then you have the opportunity to bid on these dedicated runs. And of course, you're not guaranteed, right? It's a bidding process. The only way I know of to get a hold of them is if you are currently running Relay, then you should have a phone number in your email and correspondence from Relay, and you call that number and then you say you want the dedicated department, And that's how you start the ball rolling with that. Okay, I hope that answered your question. Um, okay, AAA Direct. Yeah, yeah, that um, that was totally new to me, man. I didn't know anything about that. I think I'm going to check up on that, though. I do know one guy who's got a dedicated account, so I'm going to call him and get some questions on that. Maybe I can get back to you on that. Okay. Um, Okay, so Demira, then if you just joined, you have an email from them or a number of emails. Just get the Relay phone number in that email. Give Relay a call and say, "Hey, I'd like to talk to the dedicated department." Okay, but that's remember you have to have 3 trucks to work over there. All right, and then they'll let you know if you're going to go on a list because they might not have anything out for bid right now, and I don't know when they put items up for bid or not items. Sounding like my eBay store right now. I don't know, how often they put their dedicated lanes up for bid. So call the Relay office and ask to be transferred to the dedicated department, okay? And they will tell you everything there. Now, see, this is one of the things that drove me away, J-Ride. Says Amazon is easy, but it's annoying having a load canceled and then getting an empty assigned when there isn't any at the location. I would go up to an Amazon gate, and what would really piss me off is if I was there, let's say I had been off of a load for 24 hours, that this was the first load I could find for some reason that made any sense. And I would pull up to the gate man, and they would cancel it right there at the freaking gate. And it's like, oh, okay, well, thanks for your $150, that I have to fight for to get. But that was the biggest annoyance to me was the fact that 7, 8, 9 times in a span of about 2 months towards the end, I'd get canceled right at the gate. Wouldn't even have the courtesy of texting me to let me know. Although they did do that a couple of times too, a couple of hours before. Okay. Trucker Style Sean, the dedicated board is a pain now. I wonder, tell me how it is because I kind of thought that if you guys, like I said, I don't know anything about it, right? I kind of thought that if you guys are out there on a dedicated route, that you would always know where your trucks are and, when you had to pick up and deliver and so forth. What makes it a pain are like the rates being driven down through the bidding process or what? Give me a little bit more on that. That's interesting. So Ken, this is interesting. You found out that they don't own the tractor either. That's why trucks have a different name on the door with the Amazon logo. Well, okay, so that's like us, right? That's the owner operators who are pulling. Are we talking about semi trucks? That's the operators, the owner operators, us that have a contract with Amazon, so to speak, pulling their relay loads, right? And also the contracted division would also have dedicated division would also have different companies noted on the door. With the Amazon logo. Oh wait, I might be misunderstanding you, but hold on. You're saying that the contractor's name is on the door with the Amazon logo on the door? That's interesting. That, huh? I'd love to see a picture of that. And very interesting. All right. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. Jose, how are you, buddy? What about if you have only one truck? What department should I ask for with relay? Well, if you only have one truck, Jose, you're going to work on the relay board. Okay, so you'll be signed up with relay. You won't be signed up in their dedicated division. So when you put your application in, they will know with just one truck that you're going to work the relay board. Does that answer your question? Because that's the only place you can get loads from with Amazon with just one truck, is off of their relay board. And again, if in case you weren't here earlier, their relay board, hold on guys, let me just check this because it's telling me when I have to go to work. 3:30, 4:30, up, all right, about 4:30. I forgot where I was at, but in order to work the relay board, one truck, you can't pull any other loads. So when you put your application in, they're going to see that you're going to have one truck, and that's where you'll go. Does that answer your question? Let me know, man. Okay. All right, Lottie, let's see here. Tough question. I'm going to say my gut says no if you're just going to do it with Amazon. Now, if you're going to have a fleet of 3 trucks and you go to their dedicated division, although Trucker Style Sean's saying it's getting a little funky over there, you're going to make more money over there. But to pull Amazon Relay, my gut's going to tell you no, not a good idea. You're going to need to have Convoy and Uber Freight and DAT and CH Robinson and what's the other one? Coyote. You're going to need to be signed up with all of those. Private shippers like Sharp Transportation out of Salt Lake City hires on drivers. Not hires them on, but leases them on. You can pull for them whenever you want. You're going to have some other stuff like that in your pocket, bud. All right? Because depending on what area you're in, there might not be a whole lot of action going on. Although in some other areas like Southern California here, I mean, you can keep pretty busy pulling Amazon, but you're going to be working a lot harder than you should and putting more wear and tear on your truck, in my opinion. This is just my opinion, okay? So if my son came up to me and said, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to buy a truck and I'm going to work Amazon," I'm going to say, "No, I don't like that idea, son. Now, I like it if you're going to do this and this and this, and that's get some other people on board with you. But that's a hard go, bud. Hard, especially after this article I just read to you guys. Cause me to sign up. What? Let me just go back here. Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Trucker Style, Sean. The rates and bidding. Oh, okay. When you're going for loads with 50 plus trucks and they're first come first serve, it sucks. I have 10 people on laptops clicking as soon as it opens to oh my gosh. Really? Huh. Interesting. Well, that sounds like a lot of work, man. Gosh. I was just talking to a carrier about 3 weeks ago, and he is currently pulling for Amazon. But I told him about Convoy to have a little bit of a backup, and he wound up signing on with them, and I think he's running a little bit better. And I don't know if you know this, but I do have a video up about big news with Convoy or something where they have dedicated runs available now to anybody, 1 truck, 10 trucks, whatever, and it's directly on their app. Why don't you check that out? Just see what's going on over there with that, because I really haven't looked at it, but evidently they've got dedicated runs available straight from the app. See if that's any better for you. Amazon Relay with 1 straight truck. This will not work, Luis, because Amazon Relay is, well, hold on a minute. No, they've just brought some straight truck business over to Amazon Relay, but there is and not just, they've had it there for a bit. They have minimum requirements though, and I think it's got to be at least a 25-foot straight truck, 28-foot. Go to relaypartner.com, okay, relaypartner.com. Check in with them and see look at the frequently asked questions there and see if you can find any information on that. But yes, straight truck loads are available on Amazon Relay. Yes, sir, Jose. Black August in the house. How many loads, Christopher here? How many loads can you get using the relay board? Is it out and back the same day? Um, Generally, it was hard to be. You're welcome there, Luis. Generally, it's kind of hard to be out and back the same day, Christopher. Um, I I could do it if I worked from like Vegas to Southern California. I could do that. I can go. I can work Vegas, get to Southern California, and get back to Vegas legally. But I really loved running that Salt Lake City to Southern California too, and that you can't. That's like, I mean, you could barely get to San Bernardino from Salt Lake City legally in a day, and then so you'd have to take your break and then come back the next. But if you're looking for local work, I can't speak of what's available Midwest and East, but I can tell you that in California, it's very easy. Let's say the triangle of let's say Las Vegas, Fresno, Southern California. Okay, that triangle right there. Yes, you could do local work. That's what it sounds like you're looking for, right? But yes, you can. Southern California, yes. Other areas, I'm sorry, man. I don't want to steer you wrong and say it's everywhere. Okay. Um, okay, Black August is looking for some insurance. Yes, Progressive, although it's an option, is more expensive. It was going to be $3,000 more a year, is all for me, and I say is all because I've seen truckers spend 10,000, $12,000 more for Progressive, and sometimes it was because there was an issue or something and they couldn't get other insurance. But here's what I would tell you, Black August, is to call an insurance broker because my insurance company, I didn't like sign up with them directly. Okay, you should sign up with or apply with an insurance broker because that broker then is going to find the best insurance company for you. So, for instance, the insurance company I went through, if you want to Google them, was InsureMart, INSURMART, InsureMart out of Las Vegas. So you put an application in with them, and then depending on how long have you been driving, say hello to Binks, everybody. Binks gets a lot of attention. He was the truck cat. He grew up on the truck, and we're connected. So here he is. I get comments every now and then of people wanting to see him. um, okay, so no one needs to see your rear end, right? Okay, there you go. Just lay down. So sign up with a broker, and a lot of things come into play. It's almost like a background check, man. Okay, so how long have you been driving? What kind of truck do you have? What's your driving record like? Um, where are you based out of? Where's the truck going to be parked? You know, stuff like this. So talk to a broker, one application, and they will find the best insurance company for you. Okay, that's the best advice I have for insurance. How many miles can you? Okay, Christopher again. How many miles can you get on the relay board? Man, it just freaking depends. I mean, gosh, there you go. Lay down. Um, there was weeks where I got 1,000, and there were weeks where I could squeeze out 2,500. It just depends on how you run yourself because there's loads from Salt Lake City down to uh, Southern California. And you just keep doing that, you'll get your miles in. But are there loads every day to do that? Mm, I mean, maybe. It was a little hard. That's why I had all the other stuff in my back pocket. So I'm going to say with relay, it's there's not a whole lot of miles. If you like running, there's not a whole lot of miles, and you really have to work for the miles that you get. Okay, so you need to come down here. There you go. He didn't like that very much. All right, guys, couple more, and I'm so sorry. I do have to go to work. Okay, hey, Trucker Style Sean, is this a little bit better? I was probably talking away from the mic, man. It's a new setup for me, so um, let me know. Let me know if that sounds a little better. Um, you're live in Los Angeles, Vladi. Are you YouTube? Are you live right now on YouTube? Oh, you live, not live. You live. You need to go on. You live in Los Angeles. Okay, well, look, hey, that's a great market, man. I kept busy. I'd run that Vegas, Southern California, Fresno, man. That you will stay busy. There's no lie. Okay. Um, sorry about mispronouncing that. Um, Luis, you're welcome. Okay, Josh, that's good. That's good to know, bud, about the Progressive not insuring you in California if it's your first year. Now, they were going to insure me because my operation was actually out of Utah, so I didn't have a problem with that. All right, guys, look, I'm going to have to hang this up. Um, Black August, I appreciate your comment there, bud. I'm you just you just ain't gonna leave me alone. Okay. Jeez Louise. He's persistent. Um all right, guys. I'm sorry if there's a question there that I haven't seen. You're stepping on my keyboard, cat. Um uh I apologize. I'm going to go through them later, and we're going to do a live once a week at least. So I have a couple of videos coming out, by the way, sometime later this week. But if you guys want some more lives, let me know, and we will talk to you guys soon. Okay, I appreciate your time, everybody. Please be safe out there with everything that's going on. We are on the front lines. Stay safe when you go into the truck stops, please. And you guys, you know how to do that. You wear a mask, if nothing else, to protect yourself, okay? And that's it. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe and like, and we will talk to you soon, all right? Be safe out there, guys.